Hello and welcome back to the Colony with Man and the Antz. Today we're going to take our first look at Before We Leave. This is a post-apocalyptic city builder. I should thank a couple of people. First of all, Wolfgang for pointing this out during one of the Satisfactory streams when I was talking about the games I might be streaming next. He suggested Before We Leave. I checked it out, it looks pretty awesome. I thought, but if we do consider streaming it, I thought I should at least check it out beforehand, rather than launching into a 4-hour stream or something that I might not actually enjoy. So this is why we're here. Also, a massive thank you to the devs for providing a key so I could take a look at the game. That is hugely appreciated. So the game very recently came out of, I believe it's early access, and it's just recently come out of early access. So it's now in its full version. So you can see the version is version 1.0238. I did start. What I thought I would try to do is I'd try to maybe run through the tutorial beforehand, so I could get an idea of the game and then launch into a proper game to show you guys. And I was playing for around 25 minutes and the tutorial was still going, so I thought I should probably have a go at actually just running through you guys through the tutorial as well, because it's not overly complex, but there's obviously a lot more to it than you might have thought. It's obviously procedurally generated levels, which is wonderful. The difficulty level has been locked because we're going to do the tutorial. So let's jump into Before We Leave. So it's a tile-based system, hexagon, I believe, although someone may correct me if I'm entirely wrong there. Oh, I didn't read that, but basically, there was some apocalyptic scenario. All of the peeps went underground into underground shelters to survive the apocalypse, and we're now at the point where people are coming out. So it's like Fallout, but a lot cuter, less mutants, and generally nicer, I suppose. Also, Surviving the Aftermath is the other one that sprung to mind when I was thinking about this, which is also a sort of post-apocalyptic city builder. But Surviving the Aftermath is much more gritty, whereas this one you can see immediately it's just this beautiful... Ooh. We need to build some huts for our people to live in. This beautiful little tiled world. This small Outer Wilds reminiscent planet as well. Yeah, it's a beautiful game. I really like the style. The little peeps themselves, these little like peg people that you sort of would have played with as you were as a kid. That's what they look like. They're really sort of cute. Really cute. I like them. Right, so we need to build some roads first of all. We're going to build a road towards this thing, because I think, we might need that at some point. I don't really know where we're going to build a road for our huts and stuff. I think we've already got that road there, so if we build some huts like here, and then we'll probably put a road out this way, I think. So let's get some huts down. We need 3, so we'll just pop 3 down there. And we'll build that road straight away over in this direction. So we can expand it, because there's quite a lot of free space over there, which is nice. And there's a fair bit down here as well, actually. So we've constructed our 3 huts. We're now going to need some food and water. So while the shelter slowly produces food and water, you'll need more and you'll need it fast. Only 4 people at the moment, but that's not going to last all that long. So we're going to need a well to start with. So it tells you down here what they are good or bad next to, what the bonuses are. So if they're next to an accommodation, it doesn't like that. If they're next to a farm, it doesn't like that. And if it's being polluted, it doesn't like that either, unsurprisingly. So where are we going to put this? We don't want it near where we're going to have anything there. I think I'll put it... Let's build a road. I'm trying to think. We're probably going to want to put something in there. So maybe if we get rid of this tile here. That's not told us about how you do this yet. Oh, we know we're not even allowed to demolish yet. Okay, fine. We won't do that then. So with that, let's put a road down here. And we should put the well over here. And let's bring another road down in this direction. And we should build some farms around here, I think. Just like that. So 2 potato farms and a well. I didn't look at what the potato farms bonuses and everything were. Bonus for nearby fields. Actually, bonus for accommodation. Bonus for a well as well. So we should have put it near the well. Again, doesn't like pollution. Bonus for rainforests or... can be affected by weather conditions, but also not anything we have any control over at the moment. Now you'll need to build a woodcutter to get some wood for your buildings. Place it near some trees. And as you might suspect, the more trees it is near, the bigger the bonus. You can see the bonus over here when it's there. So we get a 3 + 4 bonus. Over here we get a 1 + 2. I was going to put it in there, but we're not allowed to break things to get in there at the moment. 1 + 2 over there. So the best we're going to get then are one of these 3 + 4 bonuses over here. So let's pop it down here. We're going to have to build a road to get there. And it won't destroy the wood tiles. The wood tiles will replenish nearby. If you destroy them, it's going to tell us this in a second anyway. But if you destroy it with a demolish tool, then obviously the trees don't grow back. But if the woodcutter is destroying them, they will reseed as they go, which is a lovely thing for them to do. It's very green, isn't it? So now your peeps need help relearning the ways of their ancestors to survive. Build an explorer's hut to gather items from heaps of nearby technology, ancient technology, and build a library to help them learn and remember. So we're going to need an explorer's hut. There are no benefits or anything for this, so where are we going to put this? Maybe like just over, I suppose we might want to expand our huts, but we'll probably expand our huts. We'll have another row behind them, I think. So we'll have these down here. Maybe over here? As long as we leave one tile to sort of sneak up this way, I think. Yeah, let's pop it down there. And the library we'll put next to it over here. So we've ran out of stone after building the well, and now the library needs more. So let's fix that. You can use the demolish tool to break up some boulders into usable stone. Select the tool and click it. And it might take a little bit of time for the peeps to do it. So we have some stone there and some stone there, so we'll get rid of that. So we really have access to it at the moment without barreling away through those trees. So we have a little bit of stone. You can also demolish forest, but as I said, unlike the trees that the woodcutter cuts down, forest you demolish won't grow back. When you're laying new roads, you can click and drag. Same with demolishing as well. You can click and drag just to get rid of loads of stuff at once, but we don't want to do that quite yet. So we need to wait for these to finish construction. We do also have access now to these time options up here, which we didn't have before, so we can speed time up to ×4 if we wish. We'll just put it at ×2 for now, just so we can watch these little dudes do their thing. Look at them. They're great. They are great. I love them. I do. I love the style of this game. Now that your village is set up, it's time to think about a bigger goal, exploring the world on a ship. You're going to need more tools to build your ship, amongst other things. There's an ancient metal device nearby that, according to legend, can turn one thing into another. Perhaps it can help. So yes, this machine here turns 15 wood into 5 tools, which are one of the resources we need up here. Look, so let's hit go on that. We are going to need another woodcutter's hut at some point soon. Maybe we should start thinking about that now, actually. If we build a road like here, we can continue that road out that way, but if we sneak one in there, I think that's going to be very good for us, isn't it? Oh, it's only a 3-4 again, but okay, that'll do. It looks good in amongst all the trees there, doesn't it? And we can also still come... Oh, there it goes. It's now time to hit the books. Now that your peeps have access to that library, they'll need to research how to gather stone and other minerals. They can't repair the ship without them. But first you should check out the speed controls. We already had a look at those actually. So yes, we can bring a road up here. We can continue that road up around there, which gives us access to all that area there should we need it. I don't know what these tiles are. Just to say forest still. I was a little worried. I was wondering because they are with all the stone there, so I was wondering if it's a bit of a hybrid tile, but it doesn't seem to be. That's fine. Let's click a few of these things to get rid of that. Stone is an important resource and needs to be mined from mountains on top of the high ground, but first you'll need an elevator. So obviously this is the high ground up here, so we're going to need to build an elevator up there. So we need to research it. So let's go to the library, hit this big old green button here, and research the elevator with 5 green research. And we haven't done Q&E yet. Q&E rotates the map there. If you hold down the middle mouse button, you can also do that. You can zoom in and out. You can't change the angle of your view. Only the zoom level determines the angle, which I would have liked to be able to do that. I would like to change that myself. That would have been quite nice. We'll get some more tools built in whilst we can. When placing your elevator, you want to put it somewhere that will give you access to a decent amount of space on the high ground and will also give you access to the mountains and rusty hulks up on top. They need to be constructed next to a road as well, of course. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they be? So, I mean, anywhere along here. I suppose we'll just put it here. We've already got a road there, right? So let's pop an elevator down right here. Quite nice access to the central area there and everything. Yeah, that works. I'm happy with that. So they're going to go ahead and build that. We've got a few tools now. That should be fine for the moment. The woodcutter is doing the woodcutter's thing. This woodcutter is doing the woodcutter's thing. Lovely. Now that you can reach the highlands, you need to work out how to get your peeps to mine that stone. So that's more research. We shall hit mining and research for another 10 green research. And we'll speed it right up to get that done. And then we'll look around here. So we've got some stone here, and you can only demolish. You can't actually mine the boulders, interestingly. We have these hulks here, these rustin hulks, which can be mined for iron ore, which we're not quite next to yet. And right important now at the moment, time to build your stone quarry. So I loved this when I saw it. So obviously it needs to be next to a road, and the quarry mines out old skyscrapers. How cool is that? How cool is that? I love that touch. I absolutely love that touch. So like I said, we're going to need a road. We'll have a quick look at the quarry first. So it causes pollution. It causes gloom for people walking nearby. Bonuses from being next to mountains. It counts these as mountains, I think. Oh. Requires an adjacent mountain and requires being built on high ground. So unfortunately, there isn't a position we can get into where we can get a double bonus for this, is there? Which is a bit of a shame. It's a bit of a shame. So let's build a road just straight up there. No? No, it's demolish tool. Let's not do that. Build a road straight up here. In fact, I probably didn't want that bit there, but that's fine. You can still build at the end there. Yeah, we can't quite get a bonus for it, which is a bit of a shame, but let's pop it down there. We can always put another one there as well, should we need to. It doesn't say they get a bonus for being next to each other, which is a bit of a shame, but that's fine. You can see the tutorial messages at any point, even if you're not in the tutorial, and you can't place the mine because there wasn't a road there. That's fine. We knew that. We knew that. So I'm going to tell them to get rid of that bit of stone there as well, just because it's sort of in the way. Sort of in the way. I don't want it there. Nothing else we need to worry about removing quite yet. We don't really need to think about expanding any further. Forest will slowly remove pollution from tiles next to them. So if you had to build something like here, we want to repair the ship next, which is where it starts getting exciting, right? I don't know if you guys saw it, but over here, there is a ruined ship that we can repair. So if we built a quarry like here, the trees here would help remove the pollution that it's generating, which is a really nice touch, really nice touch. So we need to research the ability to repair stuff. Allows the repair of ancient ruined buildings. The reparation? That's a different word entirely. We are going to want to get rid of those forest tiles there. So I think we're going to build a road around here. Repairing this ship is going to take a lot of peeps and resources to increase the population. Oh, very nicely timed. I was going to say we're going to want to get rid of those there. So if we get rid of that, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's actually the same. So I might build the road around the back there. If it can, yeah. So I might build the road there and then build like an extra row of houses there, I think. So let's do that. Although if we do start mining it... Oh, no, that works out. Okay, that works out fine. So we need to expand it to 25 peeps. There isn't a set number of houses you'll need for that, because it's obviously dependent on the bonuses and everything that they'll get from being where they are. So we'll see, we've got 5 for that one, 4 for that one. Pop this one down over here, see what this one gets. Or almost. We're going to have a little bit more than we're going to need, but that's obviously fine, isn't it? We'll pop that one down there facing downwards, so it's closer to this main thoroughfare road. So I quite like this little collection of huts here, and I really love these as well. And we need to build a warehouse, takes 2 tiles. So I love, for example, that, first of all, I love the music in this game. I haven't said that yet, I meant to say that really early on, but I love the music in this game. I love the fact like this, they put a little satellite dish on. They don't need a satellite dish, it's just obviously something that's in their memory that they know houses used to have. So they put a satellite dish on, and I love that. I absolutely love that. So we need to research the warehouse first. So let's hit research for a 5 green research. We've got so much research though. Stone is coming up. Wood's quite stable at the moment. That's because we just probably built those houses though, isn't it? Oh, I do wish you could rotate the camera, or the angle of the camera there. So we've researched the warehouse now. We now need to build... Where are we going to build our warehouse? Maybe just here. Maybe just there. Doesn't get any bonuses or anything for being near to anything. So yeah, we'll pop the warehouse down there. The way to rotate it, I couldn't really figure this out to start with, by the way, is if you want to point where you want the exit, which is where that little green triangle is, or the entrance, I suppose. That's how you rotate it amongst various options, which isn't normally so important, but for the warehouse, because it takes up 2 tiles, it can do. We're going to need some more tools at some point soon, I'd imagine. So let's get some more tools on the way. And we should wait for the warehouse to finish constructing. Do we want another quarry? I mean, we could put another quarry down. I don't think we really need one. Choose which resources you want to store in the warehouse. So you can choose any 3. We're going to want the 3 construction ones. We might want to put one for water and food at some point, I suppose. You will need a better source of tools than the transmogrifier. Time to find some iron in the highlands. We already pointed out the iron is in these rusty hulks here. I don't know why it went all the way out. Which, I'm not sure exactly what they are, to be honest. Is it literally like a mining drill? Like an oil drill? Is that what it is? It's hard to tell. Or is it like a robot? Is it like a walking mech? It might be like a walking mech. Was it war that... Obviously it's war that destroyed us. We're a terrible species. So we're going to need to research that first, aren't we? I'm assuming. Yes, metalwork. I knew there was something. So we shall let that go and research. We've already filled all of our houses with 28 peeps, so that did not take very long at all, did it? We're not going to build next to this one here, just because it's going to... The pollution's been quite close to our homesteads. We will build into this one here, or mine this one here, using this here. You can see the pollution mark around it. It's only got that 1 tile bit of pollution around it to start with. I don't know if that goes up. The more you... the longer it's there. Wood's ticking up nicely, stone's ticking up nicely. On the card of a building that requires workers, you can click the little padlock underneath. In the meantime, to process the iron into tools, you'll need an iron smelter and a toolsmith. There are special buildings that require power. Fortunately, your peeps have found an old generator near town. How fortunate. Repair it and then build your iron smelter and toolsmith. You'll also need to make tools in the meantime until you have that. So this is the power generator here. Well, that really looks like it. We need to repair that. It causes pollution, which I don't think I was aware of. It causes quite a lot of pollution as well. It's really unfortunately placed because that road right next to our hatch is going to get polluted, which is... Bit of a pain. Causes gloom as well for the people walking here, but there's literally nothing we can do about that. You just have to use it wherever it spawns. So that's where it's going to be. We're also going to need an iron smelter and a toolsmith. So the iron smelter also produces pollution, heavy pollution as well. So you can see it's a huge pollution circle. So this, I think we're going to look at building over here somewhere. Just so it's way out of the way. We'll build it right over here, I think, in this corner. So let's bring this road down here. And what about the toolsmith? The toolsmith makes a little bit of pollution. Not as much as the iron smelter, but a little bit. So let's put the iron smelter down here. And we'll put this toolsmith... not quite next to the woodcutter's hut, that pollution. So we should be, it doesn't cover it, we should be okay. So yes, on the deck of a building that requires workers, if you go to like the woodcutters here, you can change this, you can say how many workers you actually have available in each building. But we're fine for that at the moment. I don't see an easy way of seeing how many unemployed peeps you have or anything. We're going to need more tools, of course we are. I did forget. Thank you, game, for reminding me. Let's get some more tools on the go. I love that big flash it does. It's awesome. It's got a big old iron. We can expand quite a lot around. If we build a road like basically all the way around this, that's just a huge amount of stuff. So this is where we can look at the actual information available to us. Maybe we'll see the employment rate somewhere here. So you can look at what's available to manage your settlement and your peeps effectively. If we click this button here, whoop, shows us a whole lot of information for you to explore. Arranged under resources, peeps, and buildings. So we have the resources one here, shows us, I guess, the production and the demand. Demand is 8 out of 16, supply 16 out of 21, etc, etc, etc. It all looks okay at the moment, doesn't it? This demand could potentially outstrip the supply, but that's the only thing which looks... Well, and also food as well. I might just start thinking about food at some point soon, because that's not looking great. Here you can see every peep living on your island, along with things like what they're doing and a graph of how happy they are. You can click on the graph to make it bigger. For now, there's more to see, so close it. So you can see all of our peeps and all of the jobs they have, and the ones that are idle as well. And this is happiness, is it? Oh, that's the number. There's their happiness over here. So you can see that Adrian got slightly unhappy at this point. It's probably because he had to work in the iron mine, I would guess. That made him, people are getting hungry. Yes, it would at some point soon tell us that people are, we need to do more about that, but we'll get to that in a second. What I might just do is just, I was going to say just pause it. Another thing you can do is view a variety of overlays using this button down here. So we're going to just slow it down for a moment because people are getting hungry. I think that's probably because I've had it on ×4 for quite a while. So there are all sorts of overlays here with all sorts of information. How pollution is spreading across your islands, plural. How happy your peeps are, how resources are flowing, etc. Yeah, so what is this? I mean, there is... So that's just showing you different building types. You can see the pollution. The pollution is spreading. Of course it's spreading. But it's manageable for the moment at the very least. Finally, you can view detailed information about individual resources, how they're allocated. So up here, look at our resources. This is showing you a whole lot of things. You've got a line showing you how many of the resources you've got available for use on the island out of the maximum you can store currently. A line showing how many of the resources are allocated for use, such as are in construction or producing other resources. Actions you can take here, you can turn on the resource flow and resource storage overlays for the resource. If you click any of the line graphs, it will take you to that building on the island. And the small slider underneath allows you to set an amount that is reserved for shipping and construction. Really useful when you've got a resource that your peeps can use them when you're trying to ship it off to another island or build something. And yes, another island. Because obviously, when we finish repairing the ship, we can go to other islands. Something that I saw that was... I thought it was very interesting. Yeah, you can click on it here and just say, oh, where is this being produced, etc., which is quite nice. And they're becoming unhappy. Unhappy peeps will move and work more slowly, so we can look at a peep's happiness, which we sort of saw previously, but it's just saying you can click on them individually, although I missed. Peep. There we go, and you can see their happiness here. And that one, again, is getting a little bit unhappy. Unhappy because, I don't know, give them better food and vegetables. I wanted to see why that peep was unhappy, though. Well, this one's fine, so that's a bad example. Something I didn't pick up on beforehand is we've got obviously the different islands here, but we also have planets. So not only will you colonize different islands on the same planet, but you'll be able to launch onto other planets as well, it seems, which is super, super interesting. So we need to research gardening to give us options for more food types. Yeah, this person here, there's no food available for them. That is not good at all. So we're going to get this researched as quick as we can. And then we're going to build 2 vegetable fields and 2 tea fields. I wonder if one of them will get a bonus from being next to the well again. That'll be quite useful. And I kind of wasted these tiles here, really. I should have put the road down here and built along there. Because otherwise we're not going to use those tiles at all. Which is a mild shame. Mild shame. But hey ho, live and learn, right? Live and learn. Yeah, we have no food at all. Water's okay, but going down a little bit. Right. So we have access to those additional food types now. So we're going to make 2 vegetable fields. Ooh, first of all, bonuses for nearby fields. Bonuses for being next to accommodation. Bonus for being next to wells. Slowed by pollution, which makes sense. We're going to pop the vegetable field down here. We're not going to go there. We're going to go here. And then the tea, I'm assuming, has the same sort of thing. So we're going to put the tea. That's a shame. I was going to use all of this for our green growing areas, but that pollution there is going to cause problems, isn't it? Darn. Darn. And that one's got all of that area taken up, so what we might have to do is come down here with the road. Because that pollution stops there. So if we bring the road down here, we can put the T there. So I think that's what we'll do. It's not ideal, but at least it won't be affected by the pollution. And we can build other things in here should we need to. We can bring a road like down here towards the ship. So I think we are going to need a road to the ship anyway, actually. So let's do that, and that gives us a bit of an extra building option. Peeps' happiness can be affected by their environment. Larger building projects gloom around them that makes, or project gloom around them that makes peeps walking nearby unhappy. Peeps walking near unpolluted empty space or forest will get a wilderness bonus to their happiness. Yeah, but unfortunately this one here is the big problem, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just horribly placed. Until we possibly get the option to make our own power, which I assume we're going to need to do. So you now have everything you need to repair the old ship. So if we click on the ship, we do have everything we need. It takes 30 food though. Do we have 30 food? I might leave it just a moment for these to actually get worked on slightly, because I'd rather make sure our people are not starving, which right now, I don't think we're in that position. I think they are probably going a little hungry, unfortunately. So let's speed everything up a bit and just see if we can get some food storage. Have we got some potatoes and vegetables? It's looking better, yeah. So let's hit repair. So they're going to start stuffing all this. So the green bar there, I believe, is when they take the resources there, and the blue bar is the construction time. I believe I am reading that right. Again, these sort of tiles here are a little bit waste. We can maybe bring that road down here and do something down here, but I'm not sure what. Maybe another woodcutter's hut? Do we still get the bonus there for? Yeah, so maybe we'll bring the road down there and bring another woodcutter's hut there. Is the woodcutter's hut affected by pollution? No. So yeah, that might be an idea then. Maybe we'll do that if we need to. Right now, our wood's not doing too bad at all, and these two are producing all of the tools we could want. So we're doing fine. If anything, we need more people, I think. Not enough peeps available for all posts. Yeah, we need more people. I'm assuming people don't like living near pollution, do they? Well, it doesn't actually say that, but surely they don't like living near pollution, do they? It'd be weird if they did. So I think we need to look at maybe expanding. Let's demolish that. In fact, do I want to go right next to this? Probably not, actually. Let's go up there. And then your peeps are sailing again, and they have so much to explore and learn. Try colonizing a new island and seeing what else is out there to discover. Select your ship and left click where you want it to move. Once you find an island you want to settle on, you can colonize with the colonize button. So I'm going to stick down. Nothing else for us to worry about here, is there? No. Put a couple of houses there. And as soon as I do that, of course, suddenly there's enough peeps for all the jobs. So now we're just going to have an excess of peeps, which is fine. That's fine, as long as the food production is enough. And here is our little dainty ship with like little cardboard sails. Doesn't that look amazing? And we can just sail around the planet. So this is about where I got to in the tutorial. I did colonize the next island, and I thought maybe it would just stop us. Ooh, hello. Stop the tutorial there, and that would be a sensible place for me to go and start a new game off, but it didn't. It just carried on going with the tutorial, so I don't know how long the tutorial is. I don't know if we'll even get through it all in one video. So this island is kind of useless. This island is a desert island. Desert as far as the eye can see. Well, not really. There's a lot of green. You've heard that ancient humans once buried treasure in places like this, but you doubt any remains. You can grow nearly anything here, but only on the green tiles, and peeps that travel too far from the village will get fatigued. You will need appropriate clothing to prevent that. I don't know whether they only get fatigued by going over desert tiles. Oh, this island is huge. Oh my word, is that a new island? Or is this just a river coming through the middle? What is this? Oh, there is a river going through the middle. Oh, I haven't seen that before. That's cool. So this is just one massive island. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. You discovered a new kind of ancient technology. It was once used to connect the entire planet. Gather it with your explorers. What are you talking about? This? I don't know because I have the ship selected. Ancient technology, yeah, interesting. Wow, that's, I mean, our existing island was actually pretty large, and that's about the same size again. This planet's just like, well, I was gonna say it's half just 2 islands, but it's there's a lot of planet we haven't seen yet, I suppose. So we need to colonize. I do want to just fill in this little gap in the middle here first a little bit. Oh, hello, what's this? Sunken ruins. Assuming we can do something with that at some point. We need to decide where we are going to colonize then. So I think we want to do it, we probably want to colonize on the desert tiles, because that seems like it's a sensible place to build our houses and everything. But we want to make sure we have a bit of green nearby for farms and stuff, I suppose, don't we? So maybe here would be quite good. There's a lot of green over here. We don't know how much green is. Yeah, I think if we come over here and we'll colonize around here. Maybe we'll just do it right in the end there. Yeah, we're going to do it right in the end there. Pop, there it goes. You've discovered a new kind of ancient technology once used to connect the entire planet, gather it with your resource. And you've discovered oil left behind by the ancients. You can harvest it for a new resource. And you have done it. Your peeps have colonized a new island. Life here is precarious, so we need to rely on the first island for support. Let's find a way to transport resources between islands. And we have a huge raft of things to do now. Establish a village, build an explorer hut, build a library, and research shipping on the new island. Where is... oh, there's oil. That's got to be... it says no pollution at the moment, but surely when you start harvesting, that's going to cause some pollution, right? So let's think about... oh, I can't destroy that yet, can I? Or can I? Maybe I can. Oh, I can. Excellent. So I think what I want to do is just build a road like straight along here. I may as well actually get rid of that and that. And then we'll cut the road up here. And we can have the farms either side of it. I think that's what we'll do. This is a slightly annoying little shape down here. We can maybe bring the road... trying to think what the best way is. Bring it down there, takes up 3 tiles, you can build on 3 tiles. Bring it down here, takes up 3 tiles, can build on 2 tiles. Then you can also build on that one as well. I think we'll bring it down here. I kind of like that. And maybe we'll even build our houses down there. Yeah, we're going to build our houses down there. I like that. We need a library and an explorer hut. So let's, yeah, I want to build up in just in the same direction, I think. Although the oil and stuff is up here, so that might not be the greatest idea ever. An explorer hut. There it is. So let's put the explorer hut. So yeah, I don't know if you saw that red technology, which becomes red research now because we are on that. I assume that's because we're on a desert island. We'll put these over here, I think. And we'll save that because we're going to need that road to get up to the, well, up to this bit of highland, I think, because that one's only got the one thing on it. And the explorers are now gathering this red stuff. So were they gathering green? I don't think it really said over here. Was there green stuff for the explorers to gather? I didn't see anything. I don't know how the research happened on the first island. It just happened by magic. We just ignored it. What's going on over here? No green technology available. Oh, because they used it all up. I see. So I guess there was stuff, but then it was all gone. Now it's all gone. And they'll use this stuff over here to generate red research. And our library over here. Shipping, it takes 20 red research, which we're going to do right now, actually. So we're gonna need. Are we gonna need farms? I assume we're gonna need farms and stuff over here, right? Why wouldn't you want farms over here? And also a woodcutter as well, which doesn't seem like there's an amazing place for a woodcutter, does there? One. Yeah, there's only the one bonus. One. To get shipping underway, you need to go back to your original island and build a port and a shipwright. Then you can make a trade ship to begin transporting resources. Well, let's do that then, I suppose. What is this? Resting from fatigue. Build. Also, even that is too far from them for them to travel. That's interesting. Where is my ship? Oh, I don't have one because it got used to build the colony, of course. And you're complaining about the fact there's no green technology available. That's fine. Construct a shipwright, build a port and a trade ship. I'm assuming it's under there, although it didn't tell me. Shipwright and port. Yeah, this is all new to me by now. By the way, I haven't seen this yet. So the shipwright workers get no happiness. They get unhappiness, and it causes gloom. So if we build it where the ship was over here, actually, there's already gloom from this thing, isn't there? So that may not be too bad. We're also going to need a port. Workers get unhappy, and it causes gloom. I mean, it's going to be gloom around there, but we're going to have to put it somewhere, aren't we? And it makes sense for it to go here and here. Although I think their docks are going to cross over, which might be a bit weird. Maybe we should have put them there. Oh no, I like that. I like it there. Nearby to everything. Nearby to the store. Maybe we'll put another store there for food and stuff. So I wonder... It said they store more food if they're close to each other. But I wonder if we're running out of storage for everything. Well, it says it contains 0 of 8, 3 of 8. So I think we're okay, actually. They're obviously using food up and fast enough, aren't they? If we do, I'm going to do that. I am going to build a warehouse. If I can remember where the warehouse was. Where was the warehouse? There it is. I'm going to pop it down over here. And we'll have this warehouse storing food and water. Because it's near to the food and water, so it makes sense, right? And it leaves us this one tile here to do something with as well, if we should wish. So we've got the port and the shipwright, and their docks do cross over in a horrible little way, which is a bit of a shame, but there we go. We can upgrade this building. Can you upgrade other buildings? Oh, you can. That's new, right? I don't remember ever seeing that before. So where do we construct a ship? Let's tell this to restore... Oh, because it's multiple food types, of course. We wanted to do drink. I suppose potatoes. And vegetable. Oh, I can tell it to do more. Oh, okay. In that case, we'll just do all foodstuffs for this one. We don't have any of the fruit yet, but still, once we have it, that's where it will go. All right, cool. And stone doesn't, or iron doesn't have anywhere to go at the moment. Maybe we'll tell, because this warehouse isn't full, is it? Oh no, it totally is. Totally is. Okay, it already has stone in it. In fact, it has all of the main resources. Just doesn't have iron, does it? But okay, we'll live with that for the moment. Construct a trade ship. Which takes 10 wood, 10 of those. Okay, excellent. Let's do that. And then manage shipping over here, which will... Oh, so that gets a port when you make the construction. That's interesting. How is this island doing? Are they not complaining about food and stuff? Because they have no food? You'd have thought they'd be quite upset. Is this the Explorer? Doesn't need to breathe. He was the Explorer, so they're the ones that go over and gather all the red technology and stuff. So we have a little bit of that, though, and I don't know what we want to research. We probably won't do it. We have power. That's interesting. How do you transport power between the two islands? Do you can transport power between the two islands? New research available. Okay. I don't think that's going to help us right now. I don't know what. I think that is just, it is the power it's talking about. And the shipping also leads to the house and pollution cleaner. There are 2 ways to remove resources between islands, manually and using shipping lanes. Let's try a manual shipment of potatoes because we're a glutton for punishment. First, select your newly built trade ship and move it to the port on your original island. It's basically there. Now select your trade ship. In the port resources window, you see a selection of different resources. First, select potatoes and then move the slider to 20. We do have enough, luckily. I think it's good I built that storage actually for that. So we'll move it to 20. Although it now only has 24, so we're going to take most of your potatoes. Sorry. Wait for it to finish loading. Yes. Select your trade ship again and move them over to the port on the new island. Do they not want any water? We don't have any water over here yet, do we? Should we build a well for these people? Like, how are they surviving? Select your ship again and click the resources. Select your man and click the transfer button. Setting up a shipping lane is more involved than doing that constantly. Since your new settlement needs tools to advance, let's get a steady supply going. Click on the shipping button that's appeared on the left. Oh, hello. Potatoes are the default resource for shipping. Change that to tools. Now let's create a shipping lane. So you can only have one resource being automated in shipping. Select the circle and drag a line from your first port to your second. Like that. Now your ports are connected. Click the exclamation button. You can also get to this menu by clicking the big green button at the top of the screen in the shipping mode. You can do a variety of things here, but let's use it to add a ship to our new lane for now. Click the edit ships. Euphoria, I like that name. Select that ship. Okay. It'll now begin transporting tools, because that's the default thing. But I'm assuming here you could say other things. So we could take tools off. Yeah, okay. Okay, so you're not stuck with tools. That makes sense. That would have been crazy. So that's just going to ferry tools back and forth now. That's cool. Your new island only has 5 colonists. You can expand your population by constructing a school, then building some empty huts. You'll need to go back to research the school, but we don't have any green research. Oh, we have loads actually. We've got loads stocked up. Let's do that, yeah. Cool. So I think I've been recording for coming up to an hour now. So I think that's probably going to be a good place for us to stop. So as I said, this was one of the options. I'm going to have to put a well down, aren't I? It's getting silly otherwise. This was one of the options we had for... Oh, that's right, on a hut, so I can't build it there. For streaming. For the new stream series. So if this is something you might like to see, let me know. Let me know. I've really enjoyed this. I probably wouldn't be able to make it an ongoing series just because there are so many series going on at the moment. I can't really afford to put another series on. It's going to start getting crazy. Is the school researched? It must be. It hasn't popped up here to say there's something new available. That's what I was... Or maybe it's because it's under here. Yeah, that's what the thing means. Okie dokie. I can't put it there. I was 2. Okay, let's pop the school down there then. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this game. Even if I don't stream it, or if I don't do it, well, I'll say I'm almost certainly not going to do a new series on it just because of time restraints. I could definitely see myself playing this. This is something I could come back to quite a lot. It seems like the sort of thing that's going to get nicely big and complex in a really nice way. I think I said before something like Factorio or even Satisfactory gets super complex relatively quickly, and as soon as it does, I think a lot of people hit a wall of complexity fatigue where it just gets too much to deal with. This seems like it maybe wouldn't be that bad, but I do want to see it get to the extra planets and multiple islands and shipping things via rocket, which I assume you can do if you want multiple planets. That sounds amazing. Researching new clothes will make them happy and keep them from getting fatigued, which would be very nice. 7 tiles on desert. So the entire island is classed as a desert island, even though it isn't all desert. Research and build a number of things to get better clothing. You'll need to be able to make glass for some reason. I don't know why you would need that to get people getting clothes. Before you can get glass, you need to learn how to construct your own power generator building. So start there. Yeah, things are getting interesting, aren't they? Power, glasswork, fuel. Glasswork's 2. That uses 2 different types of... research, which are interesting. We'd have to do it over here. So, but we don't have somewhere with dual types of research available. So can you? You can send research back and forth. Interesting. That just counts as a resource. That's cool. That's cool. All right. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've really enjoyed this, so I really do hope you have as well. If you have enjoyed it, do hit that like button, and that'd be really, really awesome. Comment, subscribe, all those good things. Don't forget to stream Wednesdays at 7 PM. As I say, this has a chance to become the new stream game. There are a few other options as well. Warhammer Total War Warhammer 2, there we go, is the other kind of prime contender, so let me know which you might prefer to see. I might do a poll, I don't know yet. I haven't got a lot of time until the next stream's due, that's the thing, so we'll see. But let me know down in the comments what you might want to see. Otherwise, I will see you on the stream, maybe in before we leave. I've kind of got the name of the game wrong. I do apologise. I can't remember which one it is. Tell me. Before we leave. Perfect. And also, as I said, a massive thank you to the devs for providing a key so I could take a look at the game, and to Wolfgang for suggesting the game in the first place. Thank you, Wolfgang. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.